Hello, boys and girls. I'm here with Jordan, and we're going to read the story called Harold and the Purple Crayon. Harold and the Purple Crayon. One evening, after thinking it over for some time, Harold decided to go for a walk in the moonlight. There wasn't any moon, and Harold needed a moon for a walk in the moonlight. And he needed something to walk on. He made a long straight path so he wouldn't get lost. And he set off on his walk, taking his big purple crayon with him. See it? Big purple crayon.
With the moon following.
But he didn't seem to be getting anywhere on the long straight path. So he left the path for a shortcut across the field. And the moon went with him.
The moon went with him.
The shortcut led right to where Harold thought a forest ought to be.
And then what happened?
Well, he didn't want to get lost in the woods, so he made a very small forest with just one tree in it. One tree in a forest. It turned out to be an apple tree.
Can he eat them?
The apples would be very tasty, Harold thought, when they got red.
And they got red what?
When they got red, they would be tasty. So, he put a frightening dragon under the tree to guard the apples. It was a terribly frightening dragon.
Was he mean?
Yes, look at those teeth. Oh my.
And he's so mean.
Yeah, and it even frightened Harold. And he backed away.
He go,
Yeah, and his hand holding the purple crayon shook. His hand shook. And suddenly he realized what was happening. Look.
What?
But by then, Harold was over his head in an ocean. Oh my.
What happened?
He's in the water.
He
Came up thinking fast. And in no time, he was climbing aboard a trim little boat.
A trim little boat?
Yes, a trim little boat. He quickly set sail. And the moon sailed along with him. See the moon? The moon is always there.
And he's climbing up the sailboat.
He was making a sail. After he had sailed long enough, Harold made land without much trouble. He stepped ashore on the beach, wondering where he was. Where was he?
He's trying to climb the wall.
That's okay.
Hello.
The sandy beach reminded Harold of picnics.
Can I pet him again?
What's a picnic?
Can I pet him again?
And the thought of picnics made him hungry. After the story, okay? Let's finish. So he laid out a nice, simple picnic lunch.
What did I do?
You fell down. There was nothing but pie. But there were all 9 kinds of pie that Harold liked best. Do you like pie? What kind?
I like sweet.
Sweet?
Uh-huh.
When Harold finished his picnic, there was quite a lot left. Look at all that pie. And he hated to see so much delicious pie go to waste. So you know what he did? I'll show you. He left a very hungry moose and a deserving porcupine to finish it up. And off he went, looking for a hill to climb to see where he was.
The end.
Not yet. Harold wants to get home. Harold knew the higher up he went, the farther he could see. So he decided to make the hill into a mountain. If he went high enough, he thought, he could see the window of his bedroom. Do you have a window in your bedroom? Yeah? was tired and he felt he ought to be getting to bed. He hoped he could see his bedroom window from the top of the mountain. Have you ever climbed a mountain?
No. It's too high for me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But as he looked down over the other side, look, he slipped. Ah! And there wasn't any other side of the mountain. He was falling in thin air. Oh no, what's going to happen to Harold? What do you think's going to happen?
He can fall.
He's falling. But luckily, he kept his wits and his purple crayon. And he made a balloon. And he grabbed onto it. Is that cool?
Mhm.
Yeah, here's his balloon. He grabbed onto it. And he made a basket under the balloon, big enough to stand in. He had a fine view from the balloon, but he couldn't see his window. He couldn't even see a house. He's looking. Where is his house? So he made a house with windows.
Windows?
Yeah. And he landed the balloon on the grass in the front yard. Do you have a front yard?
Nope.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
I think you do. None of the windows was his window. He tried to think where his window ought to be. Where was my window? He made some more windows. He made a big building full of windows. He made lots of building full of windows. He made a whole city full of windows.
Now can I be all done?
Almost. We got to get Harold home. He's ready for bed. Are you going to bed soon?
Uh-huh.
But none of the windows was his window. He couldn't even think where it might be. Poor Harold. He's lost. He decided to ask a policeman. See a policeman?
What?
The policeman pointed the way Harold was going anyway.
Can I see the policeman?
But Harold thanked him. Sure. See the policeman? He's pointing. Look at the star on the policeman. As he walked along with the moon, he walked along with the moon, wishing he was in his room and in bed.
Would you 1, 2?
Jordan. Then suddenly, guess what?
What?
Harold remembered something.
What?
He remembered where the moon always was when he was in his bedroom. It was always right inside of his window. So guess what he did?
What?
Harold drew a window, and then he made his bed. He got in, and he drew up the covers.
Now can I be all done?
Almost. This is the last page. The purple crayon dropped on the floor, and Harold dropped off to sleep.
Now can I be all done?
The end.
Now can I go play walk?
Are you going to bed soon, boys and girls? I hope you have a good night's sleep, just like Jordan probably will. Can you say bye-bye to the boys and girls?
Bye-bye, boys and girls.